There was once a fisherman and his wife who lived together in a hut by the seashore. The fisherman went out every day with his hook and line to catch fish, and he angled and angled. One day he was sitting with his rod looking into the clear water, when suddenly down went the line to the bottom of the water. When he drew it up, he found a great fish on the hook.
"Fisherman, listen to me. Let me go. I am not a real fish, but an enchanted prince. What good shall I be if you lend me? I shall not taste good, so put me back into the water again and let me swim away."
Well, no need of so many words about the matter. As you can speak, I had much rather let you swim away.
So he cast him back into the sea. Then the fisherman went home to his wife in the hut.
"Well, husband, have you got anything today?" "No, that is, I did catch a huge fish. But as you said it was enchanted prince, I let him go again." "Did you not wish for something?"
"No, what should I wish for?"
"Oh dear, it is so dreadful always to live in this hut. You might as well have wished for a little cottage. I dare say he would give it to us. Go and be quick."
When he went back, the sea was green and yellow and not nearly so clear. So he stood and said,
"Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me. For Alice, my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to ask a boon of thee."
"Now then, what does she want?"
"Oh, my wife says that I should have asked you for something when I caught you. She does not want to live any longer in the hut and would rather have a cottage."
"Go home, she has it already."
So the man went home and found, instead of a hut, a little cottage, and his wife was sitting on a bench before the door.
"Come in and see if this is not a great deal better. Look, is not that nice?"
"Yes, if this can only last, we shall be happy the rest of our days."
"We will see about that."
All went well for a week or fortnight, until...
"Look here, husband. The cottage is really too small. I think the fish had better give us a larger house. I should like very much to live in a large stone castle. So go to your fish and he will send us a castle."
"Oh, my dear wife, the cottage is good enough. What do we want a castle for?"
Go along. He might as well give it to us as not. Do as I say."
The man did not want to go.
"It is not the right thing to do."
Nevertheless, he went.
When he came to the seaside, the water was purple and dark, blue and gray and dark. And he stood and said,
"Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me. For Alice, my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to ask a boon of thee."
Now then, what does she want?
"Oh, she wants to live in a large stone castle."
Go home, she's already standing before the door.
Then he went home. But when he arrived, there stood in the place of the cottage a great castle of stone, and his wife was standing on the steps, about to go in.
"Let us enter. There, is not this beautiful?"
"Oh yes, if this could only last, we could live in this fine castle and be very well contented."
"We will see about that."
The next morning, the wife awakened at the break of day, and she looked out of the window and saw the beautiful country lying all around.
"Husband, look out the window. Just think if we could be kings over all this country. Go to your fish and tell him we should like to be kings."
"Now, wife, why should we be kings for? I don't want to be king."
"Well, if you don't want to be king, I will be. You must go at once to the fish. I must be king."
So the man went, very much put out that his wife should want to be king. He did not at all want to go, and yet he went all the same.
When he came to the sea, the water was dark and gray, and rushed far inland. And he stood there and said,
"Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me. For Alice, my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to ask a boon of thee."
Now then, what does she want?
"Oh dear, she wants to be king." go home. She is so already.
So the man went home and found a large stone castle.
Well, wife, so now you're king.
Yes, now I am king.
Well, wife, it is fine for you to be king. Now there is nothing more to ask for.
Oh, husband, I'm tired of this already. Go to the fish and tell him that now I am king. I must be emperor. Husband, go and tell the fish I want to be emperor. Now, look here. I am king, and you are only my husband. So, will you go at once? Go along. For if he was able to make me king, he is able to make me emperor. And I will and must be emperor, so go along!
With this he came to the sea, and the water was quite black, and the foam flew, and the wind blew, and the man was terrified. Oh, men of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice, my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to ask a boon of thee.
What is it now?
Oh dear, she wants to be emperor.
Now, go home. She's emperor already.
So the man went home and found the castle. The man went up to his wife. Well, wife, now you're emperor. I hope you're contented at last.
We will see about that.
But she was as far as ever from being contented, and she could not get to sleep or thinking what she would like to be next.
Oh, I have it. What if I should make the sun and the moon to rise? Husband, wake up and go to your fish and tell him I want power over the sun and the moon.
To be contented, I beg of you.
I can wait no longer. Ah! Go at once.
So off he went, as well as he could for fright. And a dreadful storm arose, so that he could hardly keep on his feet. The houses and trees were blown down, and the mountains trembled, and rocks fell into the sea. The sky was quite black, and it thundered and lightened, and the waves, crowned with foam, ran mountains high.
Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice, my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to ask a boon